In the name of Allah, the Compassionate and Merciful, peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family and companions. Distinguished guests, we would like to welcome you to the winner's ceremony of the 8th Undergraduate Virtual Research Competition. My name is Omar Al-Yaqoubi, and I'm honored to be your MC today. In its 8th successful year in this year's festivity, we are pleased to host the competition virtually, given these unprecedented times. This unique competition that brings together young, innovative, and research-savvy students from across the Middle East and North Africa region, which is held under the patronage of His Highness Engineer Hussein Ibrahim Al-Hammadi, Minister of Education, and is made possible due to the generous exclusive sponsorship of ExxonMobil. We are delighted that Dr. Christian Lenoble, lead country manager at ExxonMobil, took time out of his busy schedule for our plenary session to share his insights on the importance of research, innovation, and technology to support the knowledge economy and the need for creative thinking and flexibility with an ethos of lifelong learning and for personal success. The Undergraduate Research Competition encourages young researchers to explore methods of extending their knowledge and adopt a think-outside-the-box attitude, as well as enhancing their critical and analytical thinking by presenting their research in front of a panel of expert judges from universities and industry. By engaging in this competition, these students will have developed further important work skills, which will underpin their submissions to the competition. Throughout its history, the competition has grown and prospered into the largest research-focused academic event that caters to undergraduate students from diverse fields of study from the universities across the Middle East and North Africa region. This year, we are pleased to expand beyond the GCC region to include Egypt, Lebanon, Iraq, Algeria, Jordan, Syria, Morocco, Tunisia, Palestine, Malta, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka. An innovative feature of this year's competition was the introduction of an entrepreneurship dimension. For the first time, applicants had the opportunity to submit their research to Abu Dhabi University's Launchpad Startup Incubation Program. We would like to thank Dr. Petra Torkama, Director of Innovation at Abu Dhabi University, and her team for coordinating the strand of the competition. We look forward to finding out who the winning entrepreneurs are. We would like to express our gratitude to His Highness Engineer Hussein Ibrahim Al-Hammadi, Minister of Education, for constantly supporting the competition and for his patronage. This year, we are delighted to be supported by ExxonMobil as our strategic sponsor, and with their generous support, we have been able to expand the scale and the scope of the 8th Undergraduate Virtual Research Competition beyond the GCC and introduce the innovation program. We would like to take this opportunity to thank ExxonMobil and formally recognize their important contribution to supporting the next generation of researchers, innovators, and entrepreneurs in the UAE and beyond. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us see some of the highlights of our competition from the previous year.
At Abu Dhabi University, we are always proud to be hosting this competition. This year, we are hosting the 7th Undergraduate Research Competition. What makes this year special? We have opened this competition to the GCC, and we have significant participation from Saudi Arabia and Oman. We also have a special track on tolerance to celebrate the UAE Year of Tolerance and to celebrate the acceptance diversity of the UAE.
نحن في مجموعة شركة أدنوك الشريك الاستراتيجي لجامعة أبو ظبي في مسابقة البحث العلمي لطلبة الجامعات في دورتها السابعة، نحرص على دعم البحث العلمي وتشجيع الشباب على الإبداع والابتكار.
This is an extremely important event that incentivizes research and science, along with encouraging some of the brightest young minds from across the GCC to apply their knowledge and create breakthrough technologies that will benefit the world. We thank ADU for this incredible initiative. We thank all the partners. We as Sanduq al-Watan are extremely proud to be part of this, and our role will be to support some of the best projects coming out of this competition and making sure they see the light of day.
This year, We have 260 teams participating in 18 parallel tracks in different subject matter, ranging from business to all kinds of engineering, environmental science, education, management, HR, and all different disciplines. We hope all the students gain experience from interacting with their peers and their judges, and we are hoping that everyone have a good time at Abu Dhabi University. We wish to see you next year, and we wish the best for the winners today.
To give us an in-depth view into the importance of this unique competition, please join me in welcoming Professor Waqar, Chancellor of Abu Dhabi University, to share a few words.
Welcome to Abu Dhabi University's 8th Undergraduate Research Competition, held in the year 2021. This is the largest and the most established competition of its kind in the region. My grateful thanks to a number of people, to His Excellency Hussein Al-Hamadi, Minister of Education, who continues to support this initiative, to ExxonMobil for the generous sponsorship of this conference, the Commission for Academic Accreditation, whose director takes a personal interest in the competition, to our students and the supervisors, to Professor Philip Hamill and Ms. Sana Khan from our Office of Research and Sponsored Programs, Professor Thomas Hochstetler, our provost, our deans, faculty, laboratory assistants and staff for making this event such a resounding success. Most of all, my thanks to the hundreds of student researchers who continue to make this competition the best of its kind. Every year, this conference attracts several hundred participants, presenting the research and more recently innovations in front of fellow students, faculty and guests. This reflects well not only on the researchers, but also on the universities, demonstrating the seriousness with which research is taken by these institutions. There are very good reasons for inculcating research skills in young researchers, and I'm going to name just a few. Undergraduate research provides a nursery for developing and applying transferable skills. It gives you practice in defending your ideas, methods, and findings to critical audiences orally and in writing. It teaches you leadership and teamwork. It gives you skills in time management, helps you to fight against adversity, and it enables you to become more resilient. It makes you a critical thinker and problem solver. Through research, you learn how to ask questions and how to develop and apply analytical skills. You gain knowledge of your chosen field, you gain confidence in your own abilities, and it helps you to address your areas of relative weakness. Research skills will give you an edge over others if you are to contribute to any knowledge economy in any role. And finally, research skills are skills for life. They will benefit you in every career, whether inside or outside of academia. From a personal perspective, I know that research skills have played a key role in my own academic career and in the last decade or so in my various academic leadership roles. Abu Dhabi University is proud to invest in this competition. The competition reflects our ethos as an institution of higher education, where research plays a key role in everything we do, including our approach to teaching. Research is fundamental to the core business reputation of a university. At Abu Dhabi University, we work hard to ensure that our research contributes to the creation of new knowledge, to improving our teaching, including inculcating research skills among our undergraduate researchers, and to supporting society and economy through knowledge transfer. Our faculty publish in the best regarded journals, exhibit creative works in the world's leading exhibitions, and they hold patents for inventions that have the potential for changing lives. I'm delighted to say that our undergraduate researchers contribute to these endeavors. Let me just give you two examples. This year, Engineer Muhammad Al-Khudari published a paper with supervisor Dr. Louis Frewan in the highly regarded journal computer methods and programs in biomedicine. The research used cutting-edge deep learning techniques in artificial intelligence to propose a method for accurately classifying 5 major types of valvular heart disease. The second example, a paper by our architecture students entitled Resilient Cities and COVID-19, an Abu Dhabi case study, was published in the prestigious journal, the International Reviews for Spatial Planning and Sustainable Development. These are but only 2 examples of the high quality of research being produced by undergraduate researchers. I have no doubt that some of the research to be presented here will reach an even bigger audience through formal publication in respected outlets, be those journals or books. Equally, I have every confidence that many of you will continue your passion for research through postgraduate and doctoral studies and beyond. I wish all of you well. To the student researchers, you're already winners by being active researchers and having your work competitively selected for presentation at this most highly regarded conference. To your supervisors and institutions, thank you for the investment you are making in the development of young talent. This reflects well on you and will give your students skills for life. To ExxonMobil and our supporters, thank you for recognizing the importance of this event and supporting it. Good luck to all of you. I look forward to welcoming many of you in next year's competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Waqar, for the inspiring words. Support for the student research in the UAE has seen amazing growth, one of its strong proponents being ExxonMobil. We are very honored to have representative from ExxonMobil in attendance today as our special guest. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Christian Lenoble, Lead Country Manager at ExxonMobil, to share us his vast experience and insight on the importance of research, innovation, and technology.
Your Excellency, Hussein Ibrahim Al-Ahmadi, UAE Minister of Education. Mr. Chancellor of Abu Dhabi University, Professor Waqar Hamad. Organizers of the Undergraduate Research Competition, faculty, students from around the region, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It is an honor for me to join you on behalf of ExxonMobil as we celebrate the culmination of the 8th Abu Dhabi University Undergraduate Research Competition. My name is Christian Lenoble, and I am the Lead Country Manager for ExxonMobil in the UAE. First of all, I would like to thank Abu Dhabi University for inviting me to speak today. I am based in Abu Dhabi, and I have spent many years working with ExxonMobil around the world, from Europe to the US, from Africa to the Middle East. Like you, I am also a researcher. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering in France, followed by a PhD in physical chemistry in the US. I began my career in ExxonMobil in 1988 as a research engineer in France and moved to ExxonMobil Research and Engineering headquarters in the US, where I developed high-performance products. I then moved to the upstream side of our business in many of our affiliates around the world. Based on my own experience, I can tell you that your interest in research and science will lead you to try out new ideas, innovate with cutting-edge technology, and will also lay an excellent foundation for your future career. As mentioned, I spent my entire career at ExxonMobil, one of the largest publicly traded international energy companies that uses technology and innovation to help meet the world's growing energy needs. ExxonMobil holds an industry-leading inventory of resources, is one of the largest refiners and marketers of petroleum products, and its chemical company is one of the largest in the world. Today, we have operations and interest in most of the countries in the world, including right here in the UAE and in several other countries in the Middle East. We make the products that drive modern transportation, power cities, lubricant industry, and provide petrochemical building blocks that lead to thousands of consumer goods. Research and development has been part of ExxonMobil DNA since our company began more than 135 years ago. Our innovations have helped provide the energy fundamental to modern life. From the clean, efficient fuels that power today's transportation to the natural gas that provides light and heat to home and businesses. Today, our world faces a dual challenge: meeting growing demand for energy while also reducing environmental impacts, including the risks of climate change. ExxonMobil is committed to doing our part. In addition to robust in-house capabilities, we collaborate with leading research and technology companies, national labs and universities, and others involved in breakthrough energy research. While all forms of energy are needed, new technologies will be required to meet the world's emission reduction goals. Your research work is critical to helping develop those new technologies. You, as students, have a competitive edge because of your ability to think creatively and strategically, making you an invaluable asset for organizations across the world economy. As we all know, this past year has been like no other. COVID-19 has changed our lives in unexpected ways. These are challenging times for all of us. I know that you, as students, have also faced adversity, as many of you have had to switch to remote learning and have had to adapt to the challenges that come with remote learning. I don't want to dwell on the negatives because our priority and your priority for the future is to continue to provide products essential to our way of life and that help populations modernize. As the region rising students, your strategic thinking goes beyond the creative process of understanding and adapting to a changing environment. It is a different way of thinking, which will help you achieve cost optimization, efficiency, and effectiveness for projects that you will handle in the future, and will also develop crucial personal leadership skills. Creativity and strategy are no longer optional in today's rapidly changing business environment that has been further challenged by COVID-19. Many organizations are seeking ways to unleash new perspectives and fresh thinking about their processes, products, market, challenges, and competitors. It is up to organizations like ours and those of our academic partners like Abu Dhabi University and all the universities represented today to foster a generation of technical experts and leaders who can add value locally and compete globally. Exponential advances in knowledge and communication have created countless possibilities, and students, such as yourselves, are cutting across traditional disciplinary boundaries in unprecedented ways. I believe that this is the most exciting period in human history for science and engineering. As I mentioned before, ExxonMobil helps provide energy, and energy is fundamental to improving the lives of billions of people around the world. But we also provide thousands of students, youth, women, scientists, and engineers across the world with the means and opportunities to attain their own goal. A huge part of our work is focused around improving the lives and livelihoods of the communities in which we operate, and that is one of the most gratifying parts of my job. In conclusion, I would like to offer my congratulations to all of the participants today. You have come a long way through this competition. Each one of you has taken innovation to new levels, to be catalysts of change in your communities and to contribute to the knowledge-based economy. I encourage you to never stop learning, be enthusiastic, and engage with the world around you, and remember that integrity in everything you undertake matters. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Christian. Distinguished guest, we will soon be starting the winner's ceremony. Each group present today has submitted their research projects via YouTube. These projects were presented to a panel of judges from each category, who evaluated them on the presentation format, originality, and significance of research, research quality, and comprehensiveness. We are gathered here today to honor the teams of outstanding students whose research projects were chosen among the 280 that were submitted. The winners have been chosen, and we would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the judging committees for their time, effort, and continuous support. Today, the first place winning team will be awarded 4,700 Emirati dirhams. The second place will be awarded 2,000 Emirati dirhams, and the third place will be awarded 1,000 dirhams. Let us now begin the award ceremony. Best of luck to all the participating teams. Of public relations and mass communication. The third place winner is Mama for Papa's podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mama for Papa's podcast business presentation. Mama for Papa's podcast is a weekly audio show targeting stay-at-home dads in English-speaking countries. The podcast has one straightforward mission: to normalize parenthood to house husbands. The magic word here is multitasking. By nature, women are mentally and physically capable of doing several things at once. On the other hand, men cannot, and it's okay. Mama for Papas will also help you value your new relations, improve the connection with your children, and cook fast and healthy meals while the kids sleep. Always with a twist. This podcast is an authentic, hilarious, and frequently weird for those who happen to be parents during these crazy times we all live in.
The second place winner is the effects of social media on family relationship.
Thank you for joining me today. My name is Moza, majored in public relations from UAE University, and I am here today to discuss the effects of social media on the family, helping you to realize how the social media affects the family relationship in a negative way. I am sure that many of you have children, either your siblings or your sons. Do you know how long do they spend on social media? Do you know what they are doing on social media? Do they have time to spend with you as a parent or a sibling? As I noticed that family disintegration and spending many times and hours on social media leads to frequent isolation and accustomed children to the situation, which leads to a lack of parental control over the ways children use these tools.
The first place winner is how do luxury brands communicate their core values to young consumers through storytelling on TikTok?
Hello everybody, my name is Sarah Kusuma, and today I will be presenting to you my research paper, which discusses how do luxury brands communicate their core values to young consumers through storytelling on TikTok. I will begin by briefly introducing the background and justification behind why I chose to discuss this topic as part of my research paper. Firstly, marketing today greatly relies on social media to build and maintain relationships with consumers online. However, there appears to be limited research on the effectiveness of social media marketing in the context of luxury brands. Additionally, TikTok is a relatively new platform, and many luxury brands have begun to utilize TikTok as part of their communication strategy. This research aims to fill the gap in literature by exploring the effectiveness of TikTok.
The winners of psychology. The third place winner is iTeachers, investigating students' implicit biases towards gender and qualifications of teachers.
We are Year 3 Psychology undergraduate students from Middlesex University, Dubai, and we thank you for the opportunity to showcase our research at your prestigious conference. Our team study is on the investigation of students' implicit biases towards the gender and qualifications of their lecturers. Teaching evaluation questionnaires have been used to assess a lecturer's teaching performance, but they are sometimes susceptible to student implicit biases or stereotypes. Many previous research findings have showed that students tend to have biases towards the qualifications and more specifically gender of their lecturers or teaching agents, where women and teaching agents with low qualifications were rated lower, while women were assumed to...
The second place winner is predictive social factors of problematic internet usage.
Greetings, respected judges. I'm Alita Abraham from Middlesex University, Dubai. The research I will be presenting today was supervised by Dr. Linda Highland, to whom I'm greatly obliged. The present study involved to understand the influence of prevalent social behaviors or phenomena on problematic internet usage. To begin with, over the past 3 decades, the tremendous technological advancements and the increased prominence of influential social media has now led to about 2.5 billion social media users across the globe. Alongside, an upsurge on the rates of problematic internet usage, or PIU, has also been observed. Especially considering the current precautionary measures, individuals seem to spend more time on social media apps to cope with the alternative.
The first place winner is bilingualism and aggression.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Rizzo, and today I'll be talking about my research project, Bilingualism and Aggression. In today's video, I will first give you a bit of background literature and how I found the gap in the literature. Then I will take you through my research question and the methods that I used to conduct the current study. Finally, I will give you the implications from the results and how next studies should be conducted. So, let's begin. Bilingualism and aggression are two concepts that we are very familiar with, especially since the majority of UAE's population is immigrant and most likely bilingual.
The winners of Sociology. The third place winner is Factors of Long-Term Unemployment Among Emirati Youth.
Hello, my name is Ilyazia Ali Kabi. I am from United Arab Emirates University. Today I will talk about factors of long-term unemployment among Emirati youth. This is my own work because the course was individual work. This is my presentation outline. Introduction. I used many keywords in the research. My research question: what are the factors of long-term unemployment of Emirati youth? In 2019, the estimated youth unemployment rate in United Arab Emirates was at 7.3%. That's why I chose this topic to do the research about. The percent is very high.
The second place winner is Tolerance in the UAE. Attitudes of youth toward different cultures at their workplace.
Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Hassan and my research is about tolerance in the UAE. Attitudes of youth toward different cultures at their workplace. Here we have research on social problems. Migration is considered a social issue in many countries all over the world for several reasons. Here we are looking into migration and how it is connected to the value of tolerance and how do they affect the society. Motivation and importance. The concept of tolerance must exist in any society or any community. In the UAE, the migration percent is very high. It represents.
The first place winner is Fertility Intentions of Youth Female Emirati.
Hello everyone, my name is Shaman Yadi from UAE. This presentation is for the 18th Undergraduate Writer Research Competition for Abu Dhabi University. This research about fertility intention of young female Emirati. Why should we focus on fertility intention of young Emirati females? Because women start having fewer children in the UAE, and it's a multiple problem among all member society, which caused imbalance and population pyramid. As you can see, this is a pyramid from 1919 to 2020. You can see the change that happened in fertility rate. It moved from 6.4% fertility rate to 2.6%.
The winners of Accounting, Finance and Economics. The third place winner is Understanding the Attitude of Youth Toward Cryptocurrency.
Hello everyone, I am Ishita Sabarwal, the author of the research paper Understanding the Attitude of Youth Towards Cryptocurrency. This video presentation's aim is to encapsulate the research conducted by me and the subsequent outcomes and interpretations of the same. To ease the process of understanding the research, this presentation is divided into different parts. We will begin with explaining the purpose of this presentation, then move on to talking about what is cryptocurrency, its advantages and disadvantages, and then we will move on to discuss about the primary research that was conducted with the help of 100 youth participants regarding their attitude towards cryptocurrency. To begin with, as the title of the research suggests, the reason for conducting this research is to examine
The second place winner is Credit Risk Assessment Model for UAE's Commercial Banks, a machine learning approach.
A very warm welcome, everyone. Today, I, Aditya Saxena, the author, will be presenting you the research paper titled Credit Risk Assessment Model for UAE's Commercial Banks with a Machine Learning Approach. Currently, I am a sophomore student in computer science field at Bilna Institute of Technology and Science, Dubai, and the research was completed under a time span of 5 months. The presentation is divided into 7 parts. We will be starting with the background of the problem, our objective, the dataset we worked on, our hypothesis and methodology. Finally, I will cover the experimental results and the conclusion of this research. So, credit loans constitute a cornerstone of the banking industry. Stability and profitability of banks rely heavily on the performance of its credit department. This makes detailed analysis of customers' financial background and history an important.
The first place winner is an investigation of behavioral biases on investors' decision in stock market of UAE.
Hi, welcome. In this video, we are going to see a presentation on the topic Behavioral Biases on Investor Decision in Stock Market of UAE. It is done by myself, Nuha Shakil, and supervised by my mentor, Dr. Faisal Khan. In this presentation, we are going to discuss the following topics: introduction, literature gap, significance and contribution of the study, research objectives, research framework, hypothesis, data collection and methodology, result and discussion, result and findings, conclusion and future research. First of all, introduction. What is an investment decision? When an investor decides to invest in a financial product, it is known as an investment decision. And an investment decision is very crucial for a household or a corporation's financial management performance. Due to the large variety of
The winners of entrepreneurship. The third place winner is container homes, increasing affordability of student housing in UAE.
Hello, I'm Nicely from Middlesex University, Dubai. When I had decided to start university in Dubai 3 years ago, I had looked up at various options of accommodation which is available in Dubai, at the end of which I had to decide to travel to Dubai from Abu Dhabi on a daily basis because none of the accommodations that I found were affordable enough for me. This was something that drove my interest in student housing affordability in the region. This study is mainly based on secondary research from newspaper articles and industry research reports. Looking into the higher education sector of UAE, Dubai accounts for a significantly higher number of education providers. This is mainly due to the setup of free zones such as Dubai International Academic City and Knowledge Village, which drove increasing number of...
The second place winner is Lafif, learning in the mobile era, building new experience.
Hello everyone, I would like to first introduce ourselves. We are a software engineering student at King Saud University. We are glad to be here presenting our graduation project Lafif, where we built a new joyful experiences and learning in the mobile era. Today's presentation will go through problem, objective, project idea, tangible object, technique, dataset, argumentation, model evaluation, usability testing, and finally, conclusion. As a daily scene, children spend long hours on tablet with great consideration for entertainment targets only, which lead to them being isolated, and this weakens their social communication skills and exhausts their senses without benefit.
The first place winner is Business Go.
Welcome to Business Go's presentation. I am Raghad Al-Nashwan, a member of Business Go team, and the rest of the team members are Hayfan Majel, Nira Shnefi, Rima Bdeya, Raghad Al-Awad, and I'll be guiding you today through our presentation. To begin, I would like to walk you through something. Notice how this business owner is confused and has many questions on how to close this gap and establish his business project. That was exactly me. One day, I decided to open a coffee shop inside my college campus. The process of opening this cafe took about 1 year, but I never gave up. And what kept
The winners of Human Resource Management. The third place winner is gender equality still a topic to be discussed?
Good day everyone, my name is Fatima Shiza. My research topic is entitled Is Gender Equality Still a Topic to be Discussed? This video tells you about gender equality, important crisis, facts, and its conclusion. Gender bias in the workplace is very real, although sometimes unconscious. So how did all this begin? From birth, everyone is expected by the society.
The second place winner is car service application.
Hello everyone, we are KSAP, Car Service Application. We will present today for an undergraduate research competition. My name is Azza Shamsi and my group members name Muhammad Al-Naimi, Mahra Sheib and Ahmed Al-Tamimi. How many times have you had difficulty finding a vacant place to park your car, or how many times have you struggled to find your car after having put it somewhere far away? Do not worry about the answer, as you are not the only one who has to endure this suffering, but almost all of us encounter this problem repeatedly. However, the good news is that this suffering will not continue because we have searched for a long time to find the right solution for you through our application. The problem, all too often people struggling to get parking in crowded places. You may go to shopping center one day and find yourself.
The first place winner is the effect of leader-member exchange, work-life balance, and job security on employee turnover intentions during COVID-19.
Hello everyone, my name is Shamma Al-Hosani from Zayed University, and I'm here with my colleague Ahlam Al-Hosani to present our research that is titled The Effect of Leader-Member Exchange, Work-Life Balance, and Job Security on Employee Turnover Intention during COVID-19. In the past year, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed the world in just few months. Economies went under devastation, businesses went under financial distress, and people's priorities, life and work have been affected. With the change of people's priorities and work, organizations have been facing high voluntary turnover, leading to additional financial losses. Our research focuses on the effect of leader-member exchange, work-life balance.
The winners of marketing. The second place winner is service blueprint.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. My name is Mohammed Al-Safi, and today we're going to talk about our research in KFPM Business School. It's about a service blueprint for Munj's startup. So let's start with the objective. What was the objective of the research? Mainly it was blueprinting the service by using customer journey maps and discovering the fail points for the startup to improve their service quality. And the methodology that we have used was mainly based on our research is considered as qualitative research and descriptive. And we used two main things to collect our primary data, which is the experiments and experiencing the same app and building the customer journey maps. And the other thing is the interviews that we have made with the current customers and also with the management.
The first place winner is Mastage Marketing.
Greetings. This research was conducted and is being presented by myself, Amrita. I'll be discussing about the concept of luxury, mass prestige, and then followed by Alina Jimichin, who will be discussing about the literature review, scope, and methodology, who will then be followed by Alina Saji, discussing about Mastage Marketing research, and Amanna Malik will be concluding the same. Mass prestige. A blend of mass and prestige is known as mastage. Previously, business were using unusual way for marketing luxury goods and services with the promise of status, top quality experience and satisfaction. But in the recent years, luxury has been reformed, resulting to a new concept of luxury which gave rise to mastage marketing. Even though Silverstein and Fiske brought the term mastage into the market, it is still in its growing state.
The winners of Management. The third place winner is should FAB adopt new specific growth strategies following COVID-19?
Hello and welcome to my pitch. I'm Hania representing UWD in Dubai. My research proposal seeks to answer that given its success factors in a merger between National Bank of Abu Dhabi and First Gulf Bank, should FAB1 adopt new specific growth strategies to undertake the increased competition during an economic slowdown that is confronted by UAE's banking sector following COVID-19. Well, as we have seen, the coronavirus pandemic has translated from a health crisis to an economic crisis and seizing regular banking operations. Banks in the UAE have narrowed the size of their operations to comply with the regulations and improve their operational efficiency to build and sustain a competitive advantage by reconstructing their business model.
The second place winner is Virtual Communication and Organizational Culture.
30 years ago, we never imagined ourselves doing a research paper about a global pandemic.
So, what's the effect of virtual communication quality and remote work effectiveness on organizational culture?
COVID-19 started in Wuhan in China and was first declared by WHO as Public Health Emergency of International Concern. It has been spreading rapidly across the globe between human populations since December 2019.
All the e-government and private sectors implemented working from home communications applications such as Microsoft Teams and Zoom.
The first place winner is Explore relationship between reverse logistics and circular economy critical success factors.
Hello everyone, I'm Leila Ahmed talking. Me and my colleagues Mariam Tariq, Fatma Hokel and Waqal Adawi from University of Sharjah, College of Engineering, Industrial Engineering and Engineering Management major, going to present our project which is about explore relationship between reverse logistics and circular economic critical success factors at this moment. Before starting, I would like to mention that there are some factors that motivated us to think about moving towards circular economy and reverse logistics. Hearing the circular economy and reverse logistics concepts in our daily life increases. So today is no more like yesterday. The concept circular economy and reverse logistics gained momentum in the recent years. So with the development of countries, reverse logistics has become a key component.
The winners of Education and Instructional Technologies. The third place winner is Impact of COVID-19 on Mental Health and Inclusion in Higher Education.
Hello everyone, my name is Sawsan Yafi.
Hello everyone, my name is Hala Al-Madi.
Hello, my name is Farah Salman.
Hi, I'm Jessica Alameddin.
Hello, my name is Cynthia Retire.
My colleagues and I from Middlesex University, Dubai, will be presenting on the research that we have conducted, which is on the impact of COVID-19 on mental health of higher education students. In this presentation, we will first discuss previous research that has been made on this topic. Then we will discuss the aims of the research study and the methodology used when conducting the research. We will then move on to the results found from the study and discuss the meanings behind these findings. Lastly, we will conclude the research and mention the limitations that have occurred. In previous literature, it was found...
The second place winner is... How does the nursery ethos facilitate children's risk-taking in the United Arab Emirates?
Hi everyone, my name is Mishal Huda. I'm representing the Middlesex University for the 8th URC, and my research area is how does a nursery ethos facilitate children's risk-taking in entrepreneur provision with special reference to staff attitudes and environmental affordances. So today I will discuss the key literature, aims and rationale of the study, research methodology and sample, findings and implications. So the current literature shows that RP is defined as a form of play that entails risk, fear, and unintentional physical injuries as its dominant aspects. Children engage in RP to receive immediate rewards of playing or are intrinsically motivated by the activity itself because they experience a set of diverse emotions such as excitement, thrill-seeking, and self-autonomy. Many of the educational forums say that RP has flourished for children. However, only seldom of...
The first place winner is the impact of COVID-19 on high school student mental health.
Good morning, my name is Humar Adam and I'm from Middlesex University, Dubai, and today I will be presenting my research on the impact of COVID-19 on high school student mental health and the steps taken by schools to support student mental health in the UAE. This presentation will discuss the literature review, the aims of the study, the research methodology, the findings, and lastly, conclusion and limitations. 2020 brought many challenges as the world was hit by a pandemic, causing countries to have lockdowns, which resulted in many restrictions and measures such as self-isolation, quarantine, and social distancing. This caused educational institutions across the world, including the UAE, to shift to online learning. SAHWA 2020 and Ryan et al. 2020 elaborate that although the number of children...
The winner of Gifted and Special Needs. The first place winner is Mushir.
Hello everyone, I'm Ghaifur, and today we're going to present our graduation project, which is Mushir. And for the outline, we're going to cover the introduction, the scope, related application, which Ghada will present, literature reviews, which Haya will present, API, which Nida will present, demo, and impact of society and future work, which Eugene will present. As we all know the importance of learning at an early age, as we have a famous saying, which is education in childhood like engraving on a stone. But unfortunately, not all children have the same opportunity of learning. It's different from child to child, especially for deaf and hard of hearing children. And the problem...
The winners of Arabic and Islamic Studies. The second place winner is Arabic language learning interactive activities using modern technologies for preschoolers.
Language is of a great importance to the child. It's considered a window to communicate with the outside world and develop its skills. And because some methods of education lack fun and attention, so a GDAT team offers an application to teach the Arabic language, targeting children from 3 to 6 years old. It aims to facilitate the children's learning of their mother tongue, letters and numbers in a simple and fun way through several games and several educational stages that contain steps supported by the latest technologies. So the child begins his journey to learn gradually in a smooth manner, and among the most important techniques, augmented reality, handwriting recognition, and speech recognition.
The first place winner is Online Zakat Calculator. a modern approach for the new generation.
Good morning. My name is Lubna and I'm here to present my work on an online zakat calculator. So after talking to two of my professors, I found that Muslims, young and new ones among the way, they face this problem of calculating their zakat because they're unaware of the nisab criteria and also how it's calculated based on their school of thought. So they had many misconceptions about this. So from there, I got the idea of designing an application that helps them with calculating their zakat as well as gives them more knowledge about how zakat is calculated among different schools of thoughts. A literature review was conducted on zakat laws from the past and how Prophet Muhammad preached the importance of zakat. He said that 2.5% of
The winner of Law. The first place winner is Enhancements to Correctional Facilities to Reduce Second-Time Offenses.
Enhancements to correctional facilities to reduce second-time offenses. The objective of these features is to learn how the facility functions, effects of personal, social, and environmental factors on the inmates, and finally, how to develop the facility to reduce reoffending. Incarceration is one of the oldest methods known to humans to have social disciplines. As time progresses, the guidelines of such punishments have changed from being a punishmental facility to become a more rehabilitative one due to the Sharia laws bestowed in the country. Enhancements that the correctional facility should undergo to reduce second-time offenses will help in the reintegration and in the reduction of recidivism. Overall, society does not accept people.
The winners of Innovation. The third place winner is Application Development for Mass Detection and Social Distinct Violation Detection using Convolutional Neural Networks.
Good morning to everyone present here. We have divided our work into 4 steps and we'll be going through each one of them. Step 1 is training the CNN model to detect face mask. The CNN network consists of 2 convolutional layers, each followed by a relative activation function and a max pooling layer, which is then followed by a flattened layer which flattens the output and 50% dropout was introduced. Finally, 2 fully connected or dense layers where the final output layer has a softmax activation function. Softmax activation function transforms these values into a probability distribution. This function is helpful when it comes to classification problems. The final predicted class is one which has the highest probability or confidence. Now moving on to the detection part, with the help of OpenCV,
the second place winner is Don't Cry Over Spoiled Oil.
One of the obstacles is the water crisis in our Middle East. Water pollution and low water availability is estimated around 6 times less in Middle East than in the whole world and suspected to be more or less by 2025. So here come our mission to find solution, manage the crisis, spread the awareness and cooperate together to face the challenge. One of the solutions is recycling the wastewater. 80% of the wastewater released to our environment untreated from industries, cities, and household detergent. But if we decide to recover this kind of wastewater, we will get a valuable resource to have the chance.
The first place winner is Ionic Solar Cells from non-recyclable PE plastic dyed from PCD from Spirulina algae.
Hi, my name is Maryam Ahmed Lehfeti from UAE University and from College of Science. My supervisor is Dr. Nael and Dr. Gupta. Today I will present my research project about ionic solar cells from non-recyclable polyethylene plastic dyed by PCD from Spirulina algae, PCD pigment. The purpose of this research is to use a bioactive chromophore PCB pigment which has been extracted from spirulina algae.
The winners of Basic Sciences. The third place winner is Enhancement of Morphology of Chemical Compound using PMMA additive for UV photodetector.
Today we will talk about our project, Enhancement the Morphology of Cesium Perovskite Zinc Oxide Heterojunction by using PMMA additive for UV photodetector under supervision Dr. Noura Al-Wadi and Ms. Manar from Princess Noura bint Abdul Rahman University. Outline of the presentation: introduction, motivation, experiment results, and conclusion.
Photodetectors are the leading types of optoelectronic devices in use today. Due to their small size, fast detection speed, and high detection responsivity. Also, photodetectors are present in many applications. Some of these applications are designed to work in one specific wavelength range, and some in more than one range. As we said,
the second place winner is Analyzing the Fractal Characteristics of Twisted Tri-Layer Graphene using Molecular Dynamics.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Hassan Shoaib. I'm a senior undergraduate student here at KFPM, and my topic is analyzing the fracture characteristics of twisted tri-layer graphene using molecular dynamics. My advisors were Dr. Kingpeng and Dr. Abdul Jabbar Sayyid, and this presentation is aimed toward the 8th Undergraduate Virtual Research Competition held by Abu Dhabi University. So I'll discuss the introduction and mention the background behind my research. Then I'll discuss the models and methods we used, and discuss the results we found, and finally conclude with some of the key outcomes we found from the research. So graphene is characterized as a group of carbon atoms arranged in a honeycomb or hexagonal lattice. This was first discovered by Dr. Gaiman and his team back in 2004, where they discovered multilayer graphene as well as normal graphene, and they discovered that some of the most common configurations were the AA stack and the AB stack.
The first place winner is Removal and Characterization of Microplastic Pellets, NERDLs, from UAE shores.
Hello everyone, we're students from New York University Abu Dhabi, and my name is Hanyong, and my partner Nadia and I are very pleased to present about our project. So our project was on characterization of microplastics that are found in the shores of the UAE, and also designing methods that can effectively remove these microplastics from the UAE shores. And this project was funded and supported by NYU AD Institution and also by Professor Panchanama's Smart Materials Lab. The continuous and exponential production of plastic to fulfill our global demand has led to an increase in plastic pollution. Currently, there are more than 8.3 gigatons of plastic that is produced since the 1950s, and 60% of the produced plastic is found in natural environments. And this poses a great threat to both humans and animals and is of growing interest.
The winners of Public Health Sciences. The third place winner is Herpes Zoster's Vaccination, Knowledge, Attitudes, and Practices.
Hello, we're a group of fourth-year medical students from University of Sharjah, and we're here to present to you our research paper under the title Herpes Zoster Vaccination, Knowledge, Attitude, and Practice in the UAE.
Herpes zoster is a reactivation of Bacillus zoster virus. This is the same virus that causes chickenpox in children. It affects those who aged 50 years and above, and it causes a painful rash. We chose this topic because we found out that there's a scarcity of research in MENA region, and no similar research was done here in UAE. Herpes zoster affects those who are already vulnerable, and its complication can add to their comorbidities. Fortunately, however, there is a vaccine that can prevent the influence by 70%. So, if there is such a strong prevention...
The second place winner is Sitting Behavior's Impact on Musculoskeletal Disorders among University of Sharjah students.
Hello and welcome to our research about the impact of sitting behaviors on musculoskeletal disorders among university students. My name is Sarah Hajali and I will be joined by my colleague Ahmed Salman from University of Sharjah College of Medicine. This is the outline of our presentation. Let's start with the introduction. First, musculoskeletal disorders are defined by pain and limitation in mobility, dexterity, and overall level of functioning, reducing people's ability to work. Moreover, musculoskeletal disorders are considered the second most common complaints in medical consultations, covering 10 to 20% of primary care visits. Lastly, sitting behaviors in classroom environments has been recognized as a risk factor for musculoskeletal disorders among students. The aims of our study include measuring the level of awareness regarding the right sitting behaviors, describing the sitting behaviors of university students.
The first place winner is hepatitis A in the United Arab Emirates.
Hello everyone, we're the team behind hepatitis A. I'm Sayed Dawi.
I'm Kamal Samara.
I'm Rosa Zahabi. And we've prepared a presentation to tell you more about our work and outline the main important points in our research. This is the presentation outline. I'll start off with the background. Why this topic? So, we have three main reasons of why we chose hepatitis A. First is the personal aspect. I personally had two friends who got hepatitis A. Both of them were misdiagnosed and one of them passed away sadly. This was my first introduction into hepatitis A and it got the entire team interested. Second is the medical aspect. We didn't know anything about hepatitis A and what are the consequences and why is it dangerous. So diving deeper into it got us even more excited.
The winners of Pharmaceutical Sciences. The third place winner is Exploring Pharmacists' Perception Towards Telepharmacy Implementation After COVID-19 Pandemic.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Al-Nimr. I am working under the supervision of Dr. Muhammad Baraka on a research project about telepharmacy implementation after COVID-19 pandemic. I feel honored to be shortlisted in this competition and I would like to thank Abu Dhabi University for giving me the opportunity to present my work in this prestigious competition. Today I am going to present about exploring perceptions of pharmacists towards telepharmacy implementation after COVID-19 pandemic. So the main purpose of this project is to explore the perceptions and preparedness of pharmacists towards the implementation of telepharmacy services after COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, to identify what facilitators or challenges they face before and
The second place winner is Molecular Modeling Study on the Human Equilibrative Nucleoside Transporter 1, Permeants and Inhibitors. Implications for anti-cancer and cardiovascular drugs.
Pharmacy student from Al Ain University.
And my name is Ismail Mu'min. I'm a first-year pharmacy student at Al Ain University.
And today we are going to present a molecular modeling study on the Human Equilibrative Nucleoside Transporter 1, Permeants and Inhibitors, and implications for anti-cancer and cardiovascular drugs. The human equilibrative nucleoside transporters, which are abbreviated as HENTs, are a family of integral protein and mostly found on the cell plasma membrane. HENT's main function is to transport vital nucleosides and nucleobases, which are essential for the DNA and RNA synthesis. Pharmacologically or clinically, the isoform HENT1 plays an important role because it is
The first place winner is Telepharmacy Implementation after COVID-19. Are pharmacy students in the UAE ready for the challenge?
Greetings, we are pharmacy students at Al Ain University. We will be presenting the research that my colleagues Thuraya and Muhammad and I, Raneem, have prepared under the supervision of Dr. Muhammad Baraka, Assistant Professor of Clinical Pharmacy in Al Ain University. Telepharmacy implementation after COVID-19. Are pharmacy students ready for the challenge? Distancing is a highly important way in prevention of COVID-19 spread, especially in hospitals, pharmacies, and clinics. Implementing telepharmacy in many areas and raising its popularity is a consequence of the need for a new way of telecommunication.
The winners of Clinical Sciences. The third place winner is
everyone, my name is Sahab. I'm a postgraduate student at Ajman University. I did this research under the supervision of Dr. Muayyid Chahwan. This research was done to identify the association between serum liver enzyme and metabolic syndrome among type 2 diabetes mellitus patients. As we know, metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions that exist together. These conditions include increased blood pressure, high blood sugar, excess body fat around the waist, and abnormal cholesterol or triglyceride level. Metabolic syndrome could increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Liver enzymes like aspartate aminotransferase, alkaline phosphatase, gamma-glutamyl transferase.
The second place winner is
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tahir Hassan from Abu Dhabi University. My application ID for the undergraduate research competition is 6026, and my project will be talking about the DHEA as an adjuvant therapy in IVF treatments. So let's move on to my presentation. It feels a little bit weird talking to you guys because I don't have any response of talking to a screen with no response. So let's move on to my topic. Alright, so let's begin. My research is basically a review on the effect of DHEA on the pregnancy rate for patients undergoing in vitro fertilization. So let's start with infertility. Infertility is actually a condition that prevents couples from attaining pregnancy despite repeated attempts of reproduction to unprotected sex for about 12 months or more. There are about 186.
The first place winner is
Good day and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My teammates and I are a group of physical therapists from the Beirut Arab University, and today we're going to be presenting our project titled Testing the Reliability of the Angle Meter app as a means of assessing range of motion used in a future protocol. Physical therapy usually relies on the patient-therapist feel or touch, if we may say. But sadly, our world today is going through a global pandemic, which is the COVID-19 virus, which forced nations worldwide to go under lockdown. And this means that therapists were unable to continue their job properly. That's why recently associations have been going through something called telehealth. Now, what is telehealth? Telehealth is the virtual distribution of health-related services. So the aim of our study is to test the validity of a virtual assessment of range of motion.
the winners of Architecture and Urban Planning. The third place winner is Al-Auda, Reviving War-Torn Villages in Darfur.
Hello everyone, my name is Hala Sahal, and today I will be presenting alongside my partners Duha Tahir and Sara Aba Saeed our bachelor's thesis. Al-Auda, the Arabic word meaning the return, summarizes the main objective of this research, which intends at increasing the number of returnees and studies the role of architecture in reviving the war-torn villages in Darfur. Just a quick background, Darfur is a region located in western Sudan that has been under an ethnic conflict since 2003. This conflict has led to the destruction of over 3,000 villages, leading to the internal displacement of 1.99 million persons, with the majority of them in dire need for food and livelihood opportunities, and more than half in need for shelter and education. Unfortunately, the people of Darfur did not only face the looting.
The second place winner is Parametric Design and CFD to maximize passive cooling via natural ventilation in high-rise building in the UAE. The first place winner is enlivening our workspaces, switching to an active work culture nudged by space.
Sitting is ubiquitous in our work culture. Did you know that 8 in 10 of office workers spend about 4 to 9 hours a day sitting at their desks, which means that they're sitting for 67 days in a year? And that's a problem because increased time sitting is one of the leading causes of mortality due to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and mental disorders. My research is about identifying the spatial attributes in workspaces that steer these patterns of sedentary behavior and suggesting design tactics to encourage workers to meet minimum physical activity requirements of accepted health guidelines. So the aim essentially is to find out how we can improve employee well-being in workspaces through spatial design. And the research is carried out by studying the floor plans of the IBM office and is supported by a survey of 100 employees from the same company. Measurements of sitting patterns of work tell us that out of the 66% of total time spent sitting, 5 to 20% of the occurrences.
The winners of Civil Engineering. The third place winner is a comparative study of self-compact lightweight concrete, developed by utilizing local and artificial lightweight aggregates.
Hello everyone, hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Actually, this is our first video on YouTube. It's me, Diya Abdul Fattah al-Rifa'i and Amir Aad al-Haris. This channel is going to be specialized in civil engineering. And in this video, we are going to share with you our research study and discuss the main concepts or principles of self-compacted lightweight concrete. As it's shown here, the title of our research was a comparative study of self-compacted lightweight concrete developed by utilizing local and artificial lightweight aggregate. So let's get started by the first slide, self-compacted concrete. It's any type of concrete that can flows by its own weight without the need for vibration process.
The second place winner is occupant satisfaction with indoor environment quality in residential and commercial buildings in the United Arab Emirates.
We are hurtling toward the day when climate change could be irreversible.
Rising sea levels already altering this nation's coast.
China's capital is choking in its worst pollution of the year.
5% of species will become extinct.
Sea levels rising, glaciers melting.
Okay, so we all know the catastrophic effects that the greenhouse gas emissions has on our planet. There are so many global sources of greenhouse gases, like electricity and heat, agriculture and land, transportation, and so on. But what not a lot of people know, that even buildings, both commercial and residential buildings, contribute 6.4% of global emissions. And it's our job as civil engineers to care about the environment, economy, and people's health and safety. And in this specific research, we decided to focus on people. Our research studies occupant satisfaction with indoor.
The first place winner is the banking industry performance under coronavirus pandemic.
Our independent study is for the 8th Undergraduate Virtual Research Competition of Abu Dhabi University. Our study target is to evaluate the allocation of the culverts to manage the flood risk in Wadi Ahim here in Oman. We had the privilege of working with Dr. Osama Rajab, who is an assistant professor in the Civil Engineering Department here at Sahara University. Our research purpose is divided into 3 main segments. First is to evaluate the culvert location. We did that by comparing the coordinates that we obtained from QGIS against the actual coordinates of the intersection between the wadi and the road. Second is to provide good planning and prediction for the flash floods.
The winners of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. The third place winner is Buffer-Aided Cooperative Relaying in Half-Duplex Relaying System.
Hello everyone, my name is Hawsan Al-Zahar and I will present to you my research paper on buffer-aided relaying. This paper was done under the supervision of Dr. Shadi Abu Jaili, professor in the ECE department at LAU. So what is buffer-aided relaying? It is a part of cooperative relaying in telecommunication systems where nodes cooperate to make systems more efficient and reliable. There is a continuous increase in data traffic, especially with the evolution of the Internet of Things. Then data flows from any source to a destination, may experience outages, delays, or dropouts. So relays are integrated into systems to have a given source to communicate with its destination efficiently. The advantages of relays include better quality channels since distances are reduced. They can provide multiple paths for transmission in case of parallel relays.
The second place winner is improving quality factors of superconducting coplanar wave guide resonators for quantum computing processors.
Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Ghadir, and in this presentation we're talking about improving quality factors of superconducting coplanar wave guide resonators for quantum computing processors. I would like to thank our collaborators at the Quantum Nanophysics Laboratory at the University of Berkeley and our founders, including the Dean Research at KVPM. We will look at superconducting quantum computing, modeling of circuit quantum dynamic, and one approach to improve the performance of quantum processors, and we will see at XPS and team results. A new paradigm of information processing in recent years has triggered intensive research into studying physical systems that can be used as building blocks of future quantum processors. This process includes engineering of the Hamiltonian of the quantum systems, allowing that system to explore the quantum world, and then measuring the interesting part of the system, including the 0 and 1 computational basis that allow to perform quantum computing. In quantum computing, we have a qubit, similar to
The first place winner is non-contact spirometry using a thermal camera and AI approach.
Hello everyone, this presentation video is part of our participation in the 8th Undergraduate Research Competition. Our project is titled Non-Contact Spirometry using a Thermal Camera and AI Approach. Our project is supervised by Dr. Al-Fahmy, and our team consists of 3 members, Anna, Minna, and myself, Nada. The outline of the presentation shows 5 main sections, starting with an introduction, followed by the design section. After that is the impact analysis, which is followed by the project plan, and last but not least comes the conclusion. So to introduce our project, we need to understand spirometry, which is a test done to assess how well the lungs of a patient work and how much of the lungs capacity can be filled. This test yields some parameters called spirometry parameters, like the tidal volume, for example.
The winners of Environmental Engineering. The third place winner is Urban Agriculture.
Welcome to the presentation about our project, Urban Agriculture. We did this project under the supervision of Dr. Mustafa Haidar in the course ATSC 223. I am Al-Amin Bantan, my friends Abbas Madani, Ibrahim Naili, and Mustafa Shbaru. Today we will do this video for the 8th Undergraduate Research Competition organized by the University of Abu Dhabi. We will be presenting AUB with the project Urban Agriculture under the ID 5606. Starting with the outline of the presentation, we will start with the introduction, then we will discuss the different units we did, and finally we will have a conclusion of the feasibility study. First, we define urban agriculture. It's a part of local food system where food is produced within.
The second place winner is combining aquaculture and agriculture for food security.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, my classmates Abdulrazak Dogan, George Rahal, and I, Yusuf Saade, will be presenting the project we worked on at the American University of Beirut, combining aquaculture and agriculture for food security. Starting with the introduction. Aquaculture is the farming of fish and other aquatic organisms. According to studies, irrigating crops with fish water has proven to contribute to yield increase and saving on up to 40% in fertilizers cost. In our experiment, we integrated aquaculture with bean production. Coming to the impact of the project, we aimed to support households in rural communities, to empower women, to increase water productivity, to recycle food waste and fish feed, and hence help establish food security.
The first place winner is integration of magnetic treatment and ultrafiltration using gravity-driven membrane for water supply in scattered rural communities.
Hello everyone, my name is Yasser Sarang and I'll be presenting alongside my colleague Ahmad Harash our thesis 1 topic, integration of magnetic treatment and ultrafiltration using a gravity-driven membrane for water supply in scattered rural communities, which was done at the American University in Cairo between September and December 2020 and was supervised by Dr. Ahmed Al-Gindi. For scattered communities, there is a lack of drinkable water, despite having water sources such as rivers and canals. The cost per capita of constructing a water supply system is generally higher in rural areas than in urban areas due to a smaller population which is scattered over a large area. This, in turn, leads to high operating costs to be recovered by fewer users.
The winners of Mechanical Engineering. The third place winner is HVAC Filters Evaluation Test Bench.
Hello, my name is Mohamed Katal. Today my group and I will be presenting to you our project, the HVAC Filters Evaluation Test Bench. First, I'll take you through the presentation outline. We will start with the problem formulation. We will then present our proposed solution working principle along with the generated CAD model. We will then go through some CFD simulations theoretical analysis, and along with the results obtained, we will end our presentation with the conclusion and ongoing future works. Okay, so what is the problem? It has been observed that exists an unhealthy particulate matter count in the skies of the UAE. As seen in the figure, particulate matter count of 164 has been recorded at 9 a.m. on last Thursday, which is considered unhealthy for the entire population. It is believed that this is due to the use of common generic filters that have foreign specifications.
The second place winner is Design and Optimization of a Flexure Hinge-based Prosthetic Hand.
Hello everyone. I am Fadi Fawzi, and today my colleagues Ahmed Tariq, Basim Omar, Muhammad Raja, and I will present our project, which is focused on the design and optimization of flexure-based prosthetic hand. This project was completed under the supervision of Dr. Mazdal. According to the 2011 World Health Organization survey, 0.5% of the population in developing countries in need of prosthetic limbs, which is about 17.5 million people. In addition, 1 in every 5 diabetic foot patients in the UAE suffers from limb loss. As a result, a low-cost, low-maintenance device is desired. Soft robotics has proved its ability to improve to perform efficiently under a variety of conditions at a lower cost and weight.
The first place winner is Performance Optimization of Mechanical Vapor Compression Desalination System using water-injected twin-screw compressor.
Desalination technologies are an essential component in improving lives and helping societies develop. Development in these technologies will help us securing our future for generations to come. Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf Al-Khalifi and welcome to this presentation about my undergraduate research work in improving the performance of a mechanical vapor compression desalination system using a water-injected twin-screw compressor. In this video, I will show the original design of the desalination system, and then I will talk to you about the advantages and disadvantages of the current system architecture, followed by proposing our new idea of using liquid injection. Then I will present the simulation results and talk to you about how our current work fits into the larger picture of using water injection to improve these systems' performance.
The winners of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering. The third place winner is Mechanically Robust, Cost-Effective, Visible Light Active Multifunctional Membrane for Oil Water Remediation.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Muhammad Kauban. I am a student at KFUBM. I worked under Professor Muhammad Ashraf Gondal. He is a distinguished professor at King Fahd University. It is my privilege to represent my work under the title Mechanically Robust, Cost-Effective, Visible Light Active Multifunctional Membrane for Oil Water Remediation. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Our motivation is to seek a cost-effective solution that would recover value and minimize environmental and health risks under the objective of recycle and reuse produced water, reduce disposal cost, and recover more oil and reduce the use of chemicals. Our vision in this work is to create an energy-efficient and environmentally friendly system.
The second place winner is Design and Absorption Air Conditioning System using low global warming potential refrigerants.
it's impossible to imagine the quality of life we have without air conditioning or refrigeration system. However, using these systems encounter two major concerns regarding their impact into the environment. First, there is a huge consumption of electricity in order to handle the rising temperature in the Gulf region, mainly in the UAE. The second concern is such systems function use high global warming potential refrigerants to cool the surrounded air, which is 1,000 times more harmful greenhouse gases. Hence, it attracts the attention of many countries, including the UAE, where the government has taken a step further towards sustainability through developing cutting-edge solutions and introducing many strategies to take the UAE among the highest.
The first place winner is molecular dynamic simulation of graphene oxide loaded with ionic liquid for selective absorption of cations.
Hello everyone, my name is Ziara El-Gazzar and my partner is Sumaya Greira. We are senior chemical engineering students at Abu Dhabi University. In this video, we are going to present our undergraduate research competition project. Our research title is Molecular Dynamic Simulation of Graphene Oxide Loaded with Ionic Liquid for Selective Absorption of Cations. In this project, our mentors are Dr. Hadil Abu Khalifa from the Chemical Engineering Department and Dr. Muhammad Al-Khadr from the Mechanical Engineering Department.
Our presentation breakdown is going to be as follows. We'll start by presenting our project objective, then giving a quick background related to the topic we're working on, just to put you in context.
The winner of nuclear engineering. The first place winner is building gas-filled detectors.
Hello, my name is Yahya Al-Hazzar from King Abdulaziz University, Nuclear Engineering Department. Today we are going to talk about our project, which is building gas-filled detectors. Our project comprises of two detectors built with different methodology as a phase one of the research. The first detector uses more conventional ways and operates as a counter on a Geiger-Müller region, which is very high voltages. The other one uses more modern material, 3D printed material, and operates on lower voltages, which called ionization.
The winners of biomedical engineering. The third place winner is smart sleep helmet.
Astronauts need to perform their mission-critical duties at peak body condition. While sleep is vital to achieve this goal, astronauts report being unable to sleep due to noise and anxiety in space shuttle environments. This is exactly why myself, Farah Sheikh, and my teammate Nada Hussain, under the supervision of Dr. Muhammad Ghazal, have undertaken this research project, Smart Sleep Helmet, to ensure quality sleep for astronauts. In this presentation, we will walk you through the project, briefly stating the introduction, the proposed system, and a detailed demo of the various sections. We have undertaken this project, and it is important because without quality sleep, the alertness and cognitive abilities of astronauts are affected, which can directly
The second place winner is development of soft pneumatic prosthetic arm, controlled by the brain.
Good morning and hello everyone. I am Nermeen, student at the British University in Egypt, and I'm here to present a project about soft-prosthetic arm controlled by the brain. I will present this project with my colleagues Muhammad Ahmed and Ahmed. What is the problem? The problem is that although technological improvement contributes toward helping amputees, people who suffer biomedical limitation cannot use EMG electrode for controlling the limb, as the nerve is already damaged, and they have no choice rather than surgical intervention. What is the importance of the problem? Approximately 18,500 persons suffer upper or lower limb amputation each year in US, and this number is estimated to increase.
The first place winner is injury identification using video magnification.
Hello everyone. We came out with a superb idea to revolutionize healthcare to ensure the safety and well-being of the population. I know it's quite a bold statement, but here at VM we have the proof to back up our claims, and inshallah you will see for yourself. Injuries can be caused by many activities done throughout our daily life. Many of those significant injuries are identified too late or simply left undiagnosed. These statistics were taken from bayanat.ae, and as you can see throughout the years, the number of injuries are decreasing ever so slightly due to the advancements in technology, but nonetheless, we're talking about at least 100,000 people. It's true this makes up of only 1.2% of UAE's population, but this number can be reduced significantly throughout the usage of our proposed technology. After all, this 1.2%.
The winners of sustainable and renewable energy. The third place winner is energy and exergy analysis of enhanced solar air heater integrated with baffles.
The 8th Undergraduate Virtual Research Competition. In this presentation, we will analyze the energy and exergy efficiencies of the solar air heater using baffles. We will go through the introduction, application, motivation, problem statement, objectives, then the overview, methodology, results, project management, and then the conclusion. With the world's energy demand growing day by day, it has become a mandatory obligation to humankind to find alternatives to replace the limited supply of energy sources available as of today. Moreover, Dubai has launched its 2050 Clean Energy Strategy, where it aims to produce clean energy. Therefore, we aim to design solar air heater in which it is considered as one of the main environmental power assets where it can be used.
The second place winner is machine learning based approach for controlled production of green hydrogen for stable and decarbonized clean power supply and battery state of charge regulation.
Assalamu alaikum, respected judges. We would like to thank the competition committee for accepting our paper and for also giving us the opportunity to present. Our project title is Machine Learning Based Approach for Controlled Production of Green Hydrogen for Stable and Decarbonized Clean Power Supply with Battery State of Charge Regulation. The team consists of Miswar Saeed and I, Sultan Mahfouz. We are undergraduate electrical engineering students from King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals, and our mentor is Professor Muhammad Khalid. The table of contents of our presentation is as follows.
The first place winner is optimizing diffusers augmented wind turbines to enhance efficient clean energy generation.
Increasingly triggering air temperatures causing high levels of urban heat island effect due to high density population, transportation and buildings emitting massive amount of heat into the atmosphere. The building sector, with uncontrollable dependency on services like air conditioning, lighting, refrigeration, etc., is claimed to be one of the biggest energy consumers, consuming nearly 40% of the global energy, along with emitting around 1/3 of all greenhouse gases. Additionally, the rate at which fossil fuel energy is currently powering the building sector, studies are reporting a gradual decrease in the fossil fuel source, and have also highlighted fossil fuels to vanish in the next 55 to 113 years.
The winners of Informational Technology and Computer Engineering. The third place winner is Haraka, iOS mobile application.
نبدأ أول شيء بالترينر. هذه اللوج ان بيج. الترينر حاليا راح يسوي لوج ان، راح يدخل الايميل حقه والباسورد. بعدين راح يضغط الزر،
هذه المين بيج للترينر عنده 3 functions يقدر يسويها. أول شيء راح نبدأ بالفعاليات. هذه الليست اوف activities اللي سواها other trainers يقدر يطلع عليها الترينر علشان ياخذ نبذة. أول شيء الترينر يبدأ بيدخل اسم فعالية، بعدها الوصف والموقع والتاريخ والزمن. نروح لثاني فانكشن اللي هي التحديات. كل ترينر يقدر يضيف تحدي واحد فقط في الأسبوع.
The second place winner is Mobile Health Solution for COVID-19 Case Management.
Welcome to Nahidak application. Nahidak functions in the case management of home isolated COVID-19 patients. It provides multiple features for not only the patient, but also family members and psychologists. As a patient, you sign up using your email and your phone number. Also, you have to fill additional information such as username, first name, last name, password. Choose patient as type of account. Now you will see the home page. You can chat with the psychologist. First, you have to choose which name to display for the psychologist. The first name, last name, or the username. Then you can view the list of available psychologists.
The first place winner is Researcher, AI and computer vision-based robot teaching system.
Welcome to our undergraduate research competition presentation. We will present an AI and computer vision-based robot teaching assistant that we like to call Reacher. Now, as part of the fourth industrial revolution, artificial intelligence is expected to play a major role in education. However, an issue with the currently existing technology is that they are usually very focused on a specific task, and there's a lack of solutions that can take over major duties of a teacher or a teaching assistant, especially in a pandemic scenario as currently ongoing. Now, as we're gradually returning to face-to-face delivery, there is a clear need for reducing contact between faculty and students to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Our solution for this is Reacher. Reacher is a fully fledged robot that automates many of the major duties of a teaching assistant.
The winners of Abu Dhabi University's Launchpad Startup Incubator Program. The third place winner is True Posture.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Hajar and my colleagues Aisha, Fatma and Zaina looking forward to talk with you today about true posture. Have you ever heard that bad posture can cause shortness of breath and diseases? Our goal today is to help you understand more about our project. The presentation is divided into different parts, which are the introduction, problem statement, motivation, proposed system, results, future work, and conclusion. The purpose of this project is to design and implement a simple computer vision-based system that can detect the posture of the user using the YOLO object detector.
The second place winner is Automated Motion System of 3DOF robotic platform with surgical manipulator.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ahmed, and I'm going to present our topic, the Automated Motion System of 3 Degrees of Freedom robotic platform with the surgical manipulators, along with my colleagues Abdurrahman and Muhammad. To start with, the main objective of this project is to develop an automated motion system of 3 Degrees of Freedom robotic platform with a surgical manipulator that will be able to implement the concept of soft robotics. The focus here to circulate around the replacement of the rigid material of the manipulator by soft robot material in order to achieve the minimally invasive surgeries of our choice. The surgical manipulator will be able to implement a variety of...
The first place winner is Building Management System based on mobile application.
Internet of Things, IoT,
is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals or people that are provided with unique identifiers and the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human-to-human or human-to-computer interaction. It means taking all the physical places and things in the world and connecting them to the internet. The world is now moving to a large extent to rely on IoT, and in an attempt to coincide with this development we integrated with our project. According to the latest statistics, there will be 41 billion IoT devices by 2027. 70% of automobiles will be connected to the internet by 2023. Building Management System, BMS. It's a computer-based control system.
Congratulations to all the winning teams, and thank you to all the teams for their participation. Our gratitude goes out to everyone who helped in making this event a success. It was a pleasure hosting you all today, and we hope to see you again next year.